Welcome to episode number 27 of this MLB Show 20 Postseason series, and today we're playing game one of the NLCS. First time I haven't done the first time I've done the ALCS ever, because the first time I've done the NLCS ever because it's the first time Twins haven't been in the ALCS in any of my postseason brackets. Which this is the first one actually. The Division Series, Championship Series, and the World Series are what they are. The lane here are the same lane they have in real life. First two are single games, the third one is best of 3, best of 3, best of 5. This is best of 5, best of 7, best of 7, and best of 7. So that's why. And the ALCS already played 2 games because they started right here on the 9th. Indians won 3-0. And then here, well, the ALCS is first because AL, then NL. So really, it's not. We have it on through 2 days. It's just that through 2 games. But they'll be tied. Going into the game 3, which next to it, on the 10th or on the 11th is just the NLCS, and on the 12th is just the ALCS. So it'll be tied. But both series playing 2 games after. Obviously, I play the game we're at to play in the next game, which obviously it's going to be Saturday, so I'm not going to play a game tomorrow for that. And then I will be able to do one between the next episode and then the next episode, and then actually I have to do 2. Again, like game 1 and 2, I have to do the LCS game 3, right? And 4, right? Yeah, game 3 and 4. And there's 2 days with 2 games because obviously it's 2-3-2 in the champion. When it's best 7, it's 2-3-2. So game 1 and 2 in Cleveland, game 3, 4, and 5 in Boston. There will be a game 5 though, because it's 1-1 after 2 games, and then game 6 and 7 in Cleveland. There's a game 6, and there's a game 7. But there will be at least 5 games in that series. For this series, who knows? Because we're only in game 1. So yeah, all of them are on MLB Network, and all of them are at 7:05 p.m. whatever time. Like here for game 1, 2, 6, and 7 it'll be Pacific time. For game 3, 4, and 5 it's Central time. Here we go. 10:05 Eastern time. Yeah, 10:05 Eastern. Because obviously on the West Coast, or well, yeah, on the West Coast it's what 10:05 Eastern. Play full game. Cubs didn't make the playoffs last year, but they could have if they didn't choke. Sorry, Cubs fans. They kind of choked at the end of the year. Well, because they lost. They were on like a 5-day losing streak, or had a losing like a more than like a 1 or 2 day losing streak in the final like 2 weeks of the season, which is not good. You can't really have that at the end of the year if you want to make the playoffs. Yeah, the Dodgers are the gold controller and the Cubs are the blue controller. As the Cubs won 3 games to 1 over the Nationals, and the Dodgers won 3 games to 0 over the Rockies. So they swept the Rockies. Jason Hayward for the Cubs. Here's him for the Dodgers, home uniform for the Dodgers, and road uniform for the Cubs. Dodger Stadium since 1962 holds 56,000, opened in 1952. Presentation of broadcast teams on MLB Network. First time I'll see a day on MLB Network. No, it's supposed to be on MLB Network because, quite frankly, the games in my first 2 playoff brackets I put on MLB Network, but they're supposed to be the default presentation, the default broadcast team style was the show team, but yeah. Default here on MLB Network, which I don't. I stay with MLB Network. I don't switch it now. I didn't switch it with my last postseason bracket. I'm not switching for this one either. And it was partly clouds over, but I switched to the clear skies. And yeah, do I go with Hendricks? I mean, I could go with anyone for the Dodgers, basically, probably besides Urias. And really anyone for both teams because they had the 4 days off between series, and the Dodgers had a little more because they swept, or they swept the Rockies and swept because if they did, they wouldn't be here. David Price is good though, he's in 82. He was in the Mookie Betts trade. But Tyler Chadwick, is he horrible? We started fighting, busted 5-3, 2 saves, 2 blown saves. I knew it does have 5 pitches. 2 fastballs, 2 team fastball, 4 team fastball, 12 to curve, cutter, and changeup. So yeah, I'm not doing that. Righty versus lefty, 82 versus 71. Yeah, righty versus lefty, 82 versus 71. And Price is 82 and Chadwick 71. Overall. I don't think there's any. The only difference is that they put David Bodie at tight end to replace Tibnis because Tibnis is a lefty, and that should be it. Because Hayward's fine against lefties, Swarber's fine, and then Rizzo's fine. And then here's a righty. So yeah, so the only change that the computer automatically replaced Jason Tibnis at center base for David Bodie at center. They automatically replaced Tibnis for Bodie at center base. Yeah, they automatically replaced Tibnis for Bodie. But they walked out Grand Slam as Nationals a few years back. I don't know, like 2 years ago? Then it was in 2018, I think. It was a 2018 season. I believe it was, yes. Because I sure didn't made the call. I believe it was 2018. It's like, I'm 99% sure it was 2018. Here we go. I am the play-by-play announcer for this game. Here we go. And yeah, there's the postseason TM bracket, because the AL bracket and the NL bracket, and the World Series is not between, like, all the other ones, it's between the teams, like for the ALCS and NLCS here, the World Series above the 2 teams. There's not room to put them between the 2 teams for the World Series. Here we go. We are here at Dodger Stadium. We're here at Dodger Stadium in Los Angeles, California, for Game 1 of the 2020 NLCS between the Chicago Cubs and the Los Angeles Dodgers. Hi there, everybody. Vinny J here, 342 18 Mentes. Welcome to our exclusive posting coverage posting coverage here on MLB Network. As this is the 2017 posting bad guy days. And 2017, these 2 teams played each other in the NLCS. Dodgers won 3 games to 1. You can see it first. Cubs last year, third in the NL Central, and made the playoffs last year. Dodgers first in the NL West, best record in the National League. 1 game behind the Astros for the best record in the majors. The stage is set. Lineups and first pitch coming up next. David Price, 22 starts with Boston last year as part of the Mookie Betts trade this past offseason. About 7 5 record, 4.28 ERA, 107 and 1/3 innings, 109 hits, 1.31 WHIP, 32 walks, and 128 strikeouts. Went over to the Dodgers via trade from Boston. He was part of the Mookie Betts trade, and return. I'm not sure what the Red Sox got. All I know that they got Verdugo, and maybe got some more prospects or something, but no, they got Verdugo. Alex Verdugo. Here we go. One on town. Ron Ryan from Dodger Stadium in Los Angeles, California. It's a ground ball pass. Price for right to Lutz. 1 down. The lead off the ball game. And we're on your way from Dodger Stadium in Los Angeles, California. Here's the starting lineup for the Chicago Cubs. Chris Bryant, Anthony Rizzo, Javier Baez, the cover athlete of MLB Show 20, which I'm playing right now. Kyle Schwarber, Wilson Contreras, Jason Hayward, Ian Happ, David Bodie, and the center pitcher Chadwick. 1,378 hits last year for the Cubs, and I didn't quite see what they were ranked in that category last year. I think it said 8th in the NL. I'm mistaken, sorry about that, but I think it said 8th in the NL for them. In that category for hits last year as a team. It's not as a player. You do stuff as a team, not as a player. where they show those categories when they show the lineups on MLB Network. Now, 58 degrees. Cold. Well, surprising. I mean, for game one of the World Series in 2017, it was 102 at game time or something. So yeah, it's 90%, 97% full, but probably be 100 by in the first, in like the third inning because traffic, 58 degrees clear, wind 1 mile per hour blowing in from right field, so minimum 1. 4-seam fastball, change up, 2-seam fastball, cutter, and a curveball for David Price. 1-2 count to Rizzo. That's a ground ball, fielded by Muncy to his right, throw to Price, covering, 2 down. Here comes Baez, 5th in the Cubs for average of the 368 average. No home run, no RBI. I believe the Cubs even have a home run. Yeah, they do have a home run in the postseason. So they count. That's a liner in the right field. No over to 9-3, safe at first. And Baez down with the 2-out single. Here comes Beneforth, Kyle Schwarber. The runner at first puts throwing a ball down the line or in the gap. It's the 3-2 count. Runner at first will be in motion on the pitch. That's a ground ball. That ball is up the middle. It was thrown to second and then threw to third safe. So the runner at first was in motion. It was a 3-2 pitch. So 2 straight 2-out singles. Runs in the corners, 2 outs for Wilson Contreras. On count. That's a ground. That ball is fielded by Cedar behind the center base bat. Throw to first, safe. And the Cubs straight first in game 1. Well, the Cubs score first in game 1, but strike first, you can say it, whatever. But the Cubs into an infield single by Wilson Contreras. The Cubs strike first in game 1. It's 1-0. That was fielded by Cedar behind the center base bat. And throw to first was not in time. That's a liner. That ball is in the right field. So all is with 2 outs and throw home as a 1-hop strike to Will Smith by Mookie Betts. So that's 4 straight 2-out singles. And here comes Ian Happ with a 3-run home run in game 4. That was against the Nationals in Chicago. 1-1 count. That's a pop-up. Should end the inning. Coming in is Betts. In and over. And the Cubs do get 1 run. And also trying the base loaded. Dodgers come to bat. You're watching Major League Baseball on MLB Network. Chad, what? There's a stats. You wonder. I had some. It just the flip just ended like right after right when it was coming back, and I did why it wasn't. You didn't really see his stats, and I didn't say it because, and that's not how short it was. You didn't see probably half of it because I didn't turn on camera. So they count. I said, "Oh, charging is Baez 1 down." Here's the starting lineup for the Los Angeles Dodgers. Cody Bellinger, or Mookie Betts, Matt Muncy, Justin Turner, Cody Bellinger, Josh Peterson, Corey Seager, Will Smith, Gavin Lutz, and the starting pitcher, David Price. 279 home runs last year for the Dodgers, first in the NL. Not the most in the majors. The record belongs to the Twins, 307. Yankees had a 306. Yeah, on count. But the Dodgers are the most home runs in the NL. That's a line drive off the wall in front of the Dodgers bullpen, and Muncy's on with a 1-out double, and he represents a tying run. And here comes Turner. Runner at center, 1 out, Tyner at center base, 2 to count. That's a pop-up. And then it's caught by Contreras and fair territory in front of the plate. 2 down. That was. Here's the Postseason bracket. As you can see, the ALCS tied at 1 game apiece, and obviously this series is game 1. Or this series, is, or the ALCS is, the ALCS is tied at 1 game apiece, and the NLCS is, well, yeah, the ALCS is tied at 1 game apiece, and obviously this series, the NLCS is in game 1. 2-2 count. That's a line drive, Dion, shot by Baez. Low throw pitched by Rizzo. No harm done after that 1-out double. We're through 1 in game 1. The score is 1-0 Cubs. Here comes David Bodie. 1-2 count. That's a fly ball. Charging is Bellinger, and he makes the catch in right center field. 1 down. Here's the defense for the Los Angeles Dodgers. Jack Peterson, Cody Bellinger, who won a Gold Glove last year. Mookie Betts, who also won a Gold Glove last year. Yeah, AL was at the Red Sox last year in the outfield. And it's Muncy, Dalvin, left, Corey Seager, Tristan Turner in the infield. And it's Will Smith behind the plate. Obviously, David Price on the mound. Here comes the pitcher, the Cubs pitcher, Tyler Chadwick. 1 on count. That's a ground ball to Devin Lutz. Throw to Muncy at first. There's 2 down. I mean, they had 4 hits. The Cubs did, all with 2 outs and not leading to 1 run. 4 2-out innings led to 1 run for the Cubs. In the top of the first, here comes Bryant. Set in a bat and set in. That's a line drive. Field line shot by Muncy. There's the Price, and he sits in the bat and then over. 1-2-3 to the Cubs. Middle 2 scores. 1-0 Cubs. About Tyler Chadwick's stats, I think, were 5 starts last year, 5-3 record, and that's all I saw. I remember 5 starts, 5-3 record, so he must have been in the bullpen for some time, because that's for a starter. That's not impossible. That's not impossible. I might have said that a few times, but he must have been in the bullpen. He had starts last year, but he must have transitioned from he must have been in the rotation and the bullpen last year. Had to be in the rotation and the bullpen last year. There we go. 1 on count. That's a ground fair! And then we'll get all the way to the wall. And the leadoff man's on with the leadoff doubles. The 2 hits in the game for the Dodgers. 2 doubles. A 1-out double in the first, now a leadoff double in the second, and a tie on center base with nobody out. So 4 hits for the Cubs, 4 2-out singles in the first line to 1 run in the first, and now the Dodgers have 2 hits. 1-out double in the first inning, and a leadoff double in the second inning. 2-seam fastball, 4-seam fastball, 12-step curve cutter, and a changeup for Tyler Chadwick, which I kind of said before they didn't load it, but I usually say it anyway. So the 2 on count. That's a ground ball. That ball is fielded by Baez behind the center base. Bad throw to first. 1 down with a runner. It's over to third, and now I skipped the defense. Sorry about that. I skipped the Cubs defense, but I'll say it right now. Wilson Insurance, Ian Happ, Jason Hayward in the outfield. Kyle Schwarber, Ian Happ, Jason Hayward in the outfield, and Anthony Rizzo, David Bodie, Javier Baez, Trevor Adley, MLB show 20, Chris Bryant in the infield, and obviously, and then Wilson Insurance beyond the plane, obviously Tyler Chadwick down the mound. I'm not sure if anyone, didn't Rizzo might have ordered a glove, I'm not sure. I think someone probably the Cubs wanted it might have been Rizzo who wanted a glove last year, I'm not sure. Here we go, 3-2 down. That's a fly, but that should score the tie and run third. Go over to his left is Happ, left is now catch by Happ. And right center field, and the run will score easily from third base, and we're tied at 1 here in game 1, the bottom of the second. We're tied at 1. We're tied at 1. We're tied at 1 in game 1 here in the bottom of the second. We're tied at 1 in game 1 in the bottom of the second. Here we go. 2 on count. That's a ground ball. It's a really tough play for Bodie, and he botched it. But he probably would have been safe anyway, so I'll call that probably a base hit. And they did call that a base hit. Here comes Price with a go-ahead run at first base and 2 away. And he snaps his bat. Charging is Price only has 6 feet in and over. 1 run, 2 hits, no errors, and a runner left for the Dodgers. We're through 2 scores. The Cubs won and the Dodgers won. And the reason why I had to say, the reason I ended to say, and really, because they showed for about, I'd say 15 seconds, 10 to 15 seconds, the stats for the pitches. Well, reason you only saw like probably 5 seconds, so I missed like half of that. It's because my dog jumped on the chair I'm sitting at, the one that's sitting now by the table where the tripod's on. That's why, and didn't. So she jumped up right as the camera basically the clip ended, because it clipped in at 12 minutes 45 seconds. That's why I had to edit them together now. So she jumped up right as basically the camera that last clip ended. So that's why you only saw those stats that Tyler chatted with the Cubs starter for about 5 seconds instead of like 10 to 15 seconds. Anyway, here's Rizzo, 2-1 count. It's foul ball. Anyway, 2-2 count. That is a cold strike 3. And I was on tape, but I didn't know. Anyway, here's Baez, 1 for 1 with a single and scored the only run for the Cubs. 3-1 count, and that is in there, 3-2. And I think you're not noticing the umpires, and I saw him earlier, so. So now it's 100% full. It's just because the traffic wasn't 100% full. Here's the umpires assigned for Game 1 of the 2020 NLCS. Beyond the point, Ty Washington at first base, Earl Hendricks at center base, Whit Tedler at third base, Ed Jones. The crews I haven't seen, I've seen this crew. I've seen the one with Larry Bullard, Patrick Johnson, James Tinsley, and well, I've seen the one with Freddie Burson, Joe McDowell, Carl Dixon at Somersville. I've seen this crew. I've seen Ricky Holiday, Larry Bullard, Patrick Johnson, and Gary Simmons. And I haven't seen the crew that has Mike Fillmore, Rusty Valentine, Jerry Hillsdale, and Kenny Jansen. I haven't seen the crew with Dave Lawrence, Ricky Holiday, Dale Parker, and Matthew Ross. And yeah, that's all the umpires. I haven't seen the Dave Lawrence crew and the Mike Fillmore crew, but I've seen the other 3 crews, including this one, obviously. This one's doing the game. That's a line drive. That will be not caught, and it will stay fair. And here, the land in fair territory hit the wall in foul territory, but it's a fair ball. It went off the wall, so one out there for Baez, and they go ahead in scoring position with 1 away here in the top of the 3rd in Game 1 of the NLCS. You know, on to count to Schwarber. That's a ground ball, fielded by Eater beyond the center base. Now throw to first. 2 down, but Baez goes over to 3rd. Runner at 3rd, 2 outs in the top of the 3rd. Scores 1-1 here in Game 1. Here comes Contreras. 1 for 1 on a infield single and an RBI. That infield single was fielded by Cedar beyond the center base bat. His throw to first was not in time. Contreras just beat it. There's 1 for 1 on an infield single and an RBI. It drove in Baez, and it for the Cubs only. That's a Grumble in the right field base. It threw to first, safe. And Betts trying the 9-3, not in time. And the Cubs have retaken the lead. It's 2-1 here in the bottom. The Cubs have retaken the lead at 2. And the Cubs have retaken the lead. It's 2-1 here in the top of the 3rd in Game 1. So a 1 out double by Baez, then a 6-3 ground out, and then an RBI single to the outfield by Contreras. So he's now 2 for 2 with 2 singles and 2 RBIs. So Contreras has driven in both runs for the Cubs, and Baez has scored. So Contreras has driven in both runs for the Cubs, and Baez has scored both runs for the Cubs. Here we go, 3-2 count. That's a pop-up on the infield, and it will be caught by Turner on the infield and in fair territory. Then to a 2-out RBI single by Wilson Contreras. The score is now the Cubs 2 and the Mets, or the Cubs 2 and the Dodgers 1. The Cubs have 2 runs and 6 hits, no errors. The Dodgers have 1 run and 3 hits, no errors through 3 at-bats for the Cubs and 2 at-bats for the Dodgers. That's a line drive, and that will 2-hump to center fielder Ian Happ. That's a base hit for Betts. 1-2-3 do up for the Dodgers in the bottom of 3rd. And here comes Mans Muncy, who had the 1 out. A 1 out double in the 1st inning. Dodgers had a one-out double in the first inning and a leadoff double in the second inning. Here we go, one on town. That's it, round left to be 2. Bias, Bodie, Rizzo double play. 2 down. Here comes Justin Turner. One on town. And a little nubber going to his left. It's Bodie from the outfield trying to spin a Rambo down. Turner by not a lot, but quite a bit, quite a margin. He's only at 34 speed. And the 3 to score, the Cubs 2, and the Dodgers 1. We're back here in LA. Let's go down in the field and check out how you want me. Not sure. It was Joe Madden, but they fired him after last season. It's Chris Bryant. I'm not. No. Thank you, Ivy. Ian Happ. 0 for 1 with a fly out. 2 count. That's a ground ball going. And it's bunched by Lutz! And Happ would down with probably an E4. And yeah, they're all slap dabbing Lutz with the E4. And here comes Bodie, who's been at 100 in the postseason. Here we go. 1-2 count. Swing and miss. He got him. And swing, the first strikeout, I believe. And here comes the pitcher. And yeah, that's the second strikeout for the David Price. The first one was he got Rizzo looking and then Bodie swing. So he got Rizzo looking and then Bodie swinging. And here comes the pitcher. Probably started by 1-1 count. And he squares. That's a little tapper, and that ball will be foul. And if he fouls it here, it's a strikeout. Here's on Bonadin. That's going to be a fair ball and a flip to Price, and he sits it down himself. Runner at second, 2 outs now. Score's decision at the sacrifice 3-1. And here comes Brian over 2 ground outs, but a hit to the outfield should tie the game. 1-2 down. That's a line shot. That will fall in front of Bellinger. Throw home is not in time. And the Cubs take a 3-1 lead. A 2-out RBI single by Chris Bryant, and the Cubs have taken a 3-1 lead here in the top of the 4th in Game 1. Here's Rizzo, 1 on town. Rizzo, that's a ground ball. That ball is through past the lot, past the diving Davin Lutz. 2 runners on, 2 outs now for Kyle Schwarber. And they were going to show a line of David Price, but I hit it away. Sorry about that. Here we go. 1 on town. I have Javier Baez, not Kyle Schwarber. Pardon me. That's a ground ball. Lutz throw to Cedar for the 4th center base, and then it's over. The Cubs did another run, and they extended their lead to 2. Okay. Middle 4 scores 3-1 Cubs. Here we go. Cody Bellinger. 1 on count. That's a ground ball against the ship right to Bryant. Throw that 5-3 ground out, although that looked like a 6-3 ground out. Either way, there's 1 down here in the bottom of the 4th. Let's score 3-1 Cubs here in Game 1. Tori, you don't have to do that. Here we go. 2 on town. That's a ground ball to Bryant in his normal position. Throw to first, 2 down. To the count of Cedar. That's a ground ball. It's off the middle, base hit. A 2-out center for Cedar, and it's going to bring the timer on the plate. I'm not sure who's the timer on the plate. Or I know who's the timer on the plate. I'm not sure who it is. It's Will Smith. Here's Will Smith, the catcher, who represents the tying run. 1 on count. That's a foul ball in the 12th district below the zone. 1-2 now to the tying run, and the Dodgers catcher, who is Will Smith. 1-2 count. That is a smash! And that ball's gone! It would have been gone, but it's foul, so it's not gone. As that, he completely turned on that 2-seam fastball, low and in. And he completely killed that. It would have been, the game would have been tied. That was fair, but it was foul, so it remains. That was fair. It would have tied the game up because it was foul. It remains 1-2. That's the ground ball. Bias throws it to Bodie for the 4th center base, and it's over. So Will Smith hit a foul ball long one that could have tied it in. It was fair because it was foul. It stayed 3-1 Cubs at the 4 innings of play. I mean, Smith completely killed that one foul. That was fair. It would have tied the game up because it was foul. It remained 3-1 Cubs. Here we go, 1 on town. That's a ground ball. That ball is punched between Cedar and Turner. They had to shift down to the right infield and outfield, and Schwarber's on with a leadoff single to start the top of the 5th. And by the way, I said if he homered, it would have tied the game at 3. And then I said, but because it was foul, it stays 1 and 2. That was a count, not the score. I said it stayed 1 and 2. The count stayed 1 and 2. And then I said if it was because it was foul, it remained 3-1 Cubs. But I said it remained 1 and 2. That was the count. When I said it remained 3-1 Cubs, obviously that was the score. But when I said it remained 1 and 2, that was the count. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Here we go. 1 on town. I said wrong. That could be 2. Lutz, Cedar, Muncy, double play, got him. Remember, Contreras has driven in 2 out of 3 runs for the Cubs, and remember, Baez has scored 2 out of 3 runs for the Cubs. Not sure who drove in the 3rd run for the Cubs, and who scored the 3rd run for the Cubs. And we had a 1 on town to Jason Hayward. That's it, round ball side, tough play. Going to his left is Turner from the behind the center base pass. Front of first is low, but picked by Muncy. Halfway homer in game 1. The scores: the Cubs 3 and the Dodgers 1. 8-9-1. Do it for. We're back here in LA. Let's go on the field of Dennis. Check with how you want me. It's Yachty. Good job in Lutz. Did it down. That's a drum off the middle base hit. Lutz is on here. The pitcher spot's botched. Throw is cut off by Bodie, and he throws it to Baez. Safe. He could have been out if they threw it right to center base. Instead, he threw it to cut-up man, and then he threw it to center base. And then on a slap going to E8. So score decision. Send on an E8, and that's not. And now you're on Price to a pinch hitter. I mean, Price not gone 5 innings. I mean, now the Cubs have 3 runs in 9 hits, 1 error. The Dodgers have 1 run, 6 hits, 1 error. So that's it. Send on an E8, and who are they on Brennan? Looks like they're on Brennan. Kike Hernandez, the pinch hitter David Price. He's a tying run, but it hits it. You have to reduce it. That is the only one. And they're starting to warm up Joe Kelly, who gave up the grand slam in the 10th inning on Game 5 at NLDS last year. There's something with Joe Kelly and the Dodgers open down the left field line. Here we go. Tyner at the plate. 2-2 count. That's a line drive. Oh, the middle base hit. Coming around third is Lutz throw home or throw home by half. Lutz is or throw home by half or Lutz is safe at home. Throw by half to home is not in time, and it's 3-2. And here comes the top fielder on the former Mookie Betts with the pinch hitter Kike Hernandez, the tying run at first base, and the dough-header coming to the plate. 1 on town. That's a line drive base hit. So they have a single and EA, and then a RBS single. It was up the middle base hit. Around third is Lutz. Throw home by half, not in time. Here we go, and now here comes Muncy, and they're starting to warm up Jeremy Jeffers in the Cubs bullpen on the right field line. Here we go, hit the outfield to tie the game. 1 on town. That's a little tap, that could be 2. It's on a tough turn. Second one, first, it's in the tie now, and this game is tied. My goodness, in the run, and Muncy would have second base, and then I'll slap Bodie with an E4. And now that's 2 errors for the Cubs, an EA and an E4, and then 1 error for, so the Cubs have 2 errors, 1 on half, which was a single in the 8th inning, and then an E4 on Bodie, and then 1 error by the Dodgers was an E4 on Lutz, who scored the second run for the Dodgers. And now it's tied. Muncy to second base. Here comes Turner with We're tied at 3. There's a runner. There's running the 2 runners on, 1 out. So the runner at second scores. The runner at second scores. The runner at first is out, and the batter at second base because you didn't want to base it to throw. The ball's thrown out of play from the infield, which it is. Here we go. Runner at second, 1 out. No runner at second base. Swing and miss on the changeup. That was not a good swing. Here we go. 1-2 count. That's a dribble pass to the pitcher. Throw to Rizzo, 2 down. The runner at second stays where he is. And now it's going to be Bellinger. Bellinger with Muncy, which is a time runner at second base, or no runner at second base, 2 outs, which the runner at second is Muncy. The batter is Cody Bellinger. 1-1 count. That's a ground ball, charging his bias, off balance, and it's on, he pulled Rizzo off the bat! They slapped bias at the E6, that's the 3rd error in the inning by the Cubs. That's the 3rd error. A single on E8, E4, and now on E6. 3 errors by the Cubs in the game, all in this inning. Runners in the corners, 2 outs. 3 errors in the game for the Cubs. E8, E4, and E6. Well, single E8, E4, now an E6, all in this inning. My goodness, here we go, 1-1 count. That's a fly ball, this should do it. Ian botches it, and he does not in and over. Cubs do tie it. Or, I mean, the Dodgers tie it, and also the Cubs commit 3 errors in the inning. 2 runs on 2 hits, 3 errors, and 2 runners left, and the 5 scores 3-3. I mean, that was 2 runs on 2 hits, 3 errors, and 2 runners left. I mean, 2 runs on 2 hits, 3 errors, and 2 runners left. And here comes Joe Kelly as second appearance in the postseason, in his first appearance, or 4th appearance in the postseason, 1 innings pitched, no ERA, no strikeouts, no loss, no averagers to right-handed batters, and no averagers to left-handed batters. Unbelievable. Here's Ian Happ over to the fly on a reach on the only error by the Dodgers, which was E4. It was an error by Lutz. 1-2 count. That's a ground ball fielded by Turner. 1 down. If you're the Cubs, you die. I mean, I would say the Dodgers have momentum. They only have 2 hits last inning, but the Cubs committed 3 errors. You know, 2-1 count. That's all. Tapper to center base, throw to first. 2 down. That was a 100-mile-per-hour, 2-seam fastball from Kelly. You really see a 100-mile-per-hour plus pitch besides the 4-seam fastball. And they're now Brennan Albert Moore Jr. pinch hit for Tyler Chadwood. So Chadwood's going to be done. So both, David Price would have no decision no matter who wins the game. Tyler Chadwood would still have a chance for the win if the Cubs can score a run here in the inning. But there's 2 outs now. Here's that. Albert Moore Jr. That's a fly ball, and both stars would have no decision no matter who. Both stars would have no decision no matter who was the game. We're through 5.5. The score is 3-3. Here we go. And now Brennan Jeremy Jeffers. 2 appearances in the Jeremy Jeffers. 2 appearances in the postseason. 3 innings pitched. No ERA, no strikeouts, no walks. 500 averages right-handed batters and 250 averages of left-handed batters. Here comes Corey Cedar, 2-seam fastball, 4-seam fastball, a knuckle curve, and a splitter. 2-2 count. That's a line drive. That will get down and then tumble into the ground is Happ. And Cedar's in. The center base is a leadoff double. And a runner, the donor at center base, nobody out. 1-on count. That's a ground ball. Going to his left is blind. Beyond the center base path. Throw to first. 1 down with a go-ahead run goes to third base. Now a hit to the outfield or side fly or anything. Didn't know. Here's lost 2-2 with 2 singles and score 1 of the 3 runs for the Dodgers. Here we go. Infield's back. So hit to the probably Bodie or Baez will tie the game. Here we go. 1-on count. That's a ground ball. That's the Bodie. Throw to first. It's in time. It's an RBI ground out by Davin Lutz and the Dodgers. And the Dodgers take their first lead of game 1. It's 4-3 here in the bottom of the 6th. And here in the pitcher spot, there's the RBI with no runners on and 2 outs in the bottom of the 6th here after the RBI ground ball. And here comes Austin Barnes is pinch hit for Joe Kelly. Right now, Joe Kelly's in line for the win. Jeremy Jeffers is in line for the loss. They're starting to warm up. There's something about Britt trying it, and the Dodgers open on the left field line. Here we go. To the count. That's a fly ball. Routine for half. And he makes the catch. The Dodgers take their first lead of game 1. 1-6 in game 1. The score, the Dodgers 4 and the Cubs 3. Here we go. Here comes Britt trying a 1-2-3 do it for the Cubs here in the top of the 7th. The Cubs have 3 runs on. The Cubs have 3 runs on 9 hits, 3 errors. The Dodgers have 4 runs on 9 hits, 1 error. So both teams have 9 hits, but the Dodgers have 4 runs. The Cubs have 3 runs, and then the Cubs have 3 errors, and the Dodgers have 1 error. First appearance in the postseason, 57 in the regular season, 38 for 43 on saves, but obviously not a save situation. 6-5 record. Here we go. Here's Bryant, 1-on count. That's all Tabber fielded by the pitcher in front of him. I gotta hurry! 1 down, and the Cubs down to final 8 outs down by 1. They were up 3-1. Oh, whoa! The Cubs up to 20 cents. The Cubs up to 20 cents. The Cubs up to 20 cents to challenge the call by first base umpire Earl Hendricks. And he's out by like a step. And the ruling from the Cubs dugout, the first base dugout, is no, and the rule on the field is stand as called. The runner is out at first base. Here we go. Center, forcing fastball, cutter, and a slider. Here we go. 1-on count. That's a ground ball charging his Turner. Gotta hurry. 2 down. And the Cubs, they had denied momentum. 3 errors in the 5th inning alone. And then it's tied, and then they have the lead last inning. That's a ground ball. 1-2-3 to the Cubs. 7th inning stretch time here at Dodger Stadium, Los Angeles, California. The score is the Dodgers 4 and the Cubs 3. Here we go. Mookie Betts, 2 for 3 with 2 singles. 2 for 3 with 2 singles. Had the second hit. I said round ball going to his right is Bias from deep in the hole. Got him. 1 down. Do it for the Dodgers in the bottom. 1, 2, 3. Do it for the Dodgers in the bottom of the 7th. Here comes Muncy. 1 for reached on an error. Here we go. 1 count. That's all Tapper. Field by Jeffers. Throw to first. 2 down. Here comes Justin Turner. Over 3. They ground out in the 5th. Had a 1-3 ground out. Here we go. 1-on count. Swing and miss on the knuckle curve. 1-2. 1-2. That's a round ball going to his left is Bias. Throws beyond the center base man. Got him in and over. 1-2-3 to the Dodgers. But they're up 4-3 over the Cubs after 7 innings of play. Here's Schwarber. No action in either bullpen. That's a fly ball. Ball is run. Retreated is Peterson. And it's over his head and over the wall. So it bounces 1 time. I believe shy of the warning track, but either way, it's down and goes over the wall on 1 hop. And it's an automatic double. It did hit the warning track. Hit that hard play or hard dirt on the warning track. Goes over the wall for an automatic double. And the time on the scoring position with nobody out. So the outfield should tie the game. And it's on Pedro Baez and the Dodgers bullpen on the left field line. Here we go. Here's Contreras. That's a round ball. We'll get the runner over. Throw it by left beyond the center base man. Got him, but the tying run moves up to third. Tying run at third base, 1 away here in the top of the 8th. Here we go. You think the infield's going to be in. It is in. Here's Hayward. Infield in. Runner at third, 1 out. Tying run 90 feet away. 1-2 down. That's a ground ball over the pitcher's glove into the center field, and the Cubs have tied it. 4-4 in the top of the 8th. An RBI single by Jason Hayward, and it's worth tied at 4. Here we go. And Ian Happ's a switch hitter, so he's batting obviously righty when there's a lefty, now he's batting lefty when there's a righty. Here we go. 3-2 count. That's a ground. That could be 2. Cedar, Lutz, Muncy, double play, and it's over. But then Cubs do tie it. 1 run on 2 hits, no errors, and no runners left. Middle of 8. The score is now 4-4. Here we go. Here comes Bellinger. They're starting to warm up. Dave Winkler in the Cubs bullpen down the right field line. Here we go. Here's Bellinger. That's a tapper! So the template charging is Bryony Barehands, and it's over the head of Rizzo and in the dugout again. My goodness, that's the second time in this game. It's obvious he should have hung on to it. So the score's decision is to send on E5 because he was going to be safe even if that was online or that he would have been safe anyways if that was online. So that's the 4th error of the game. E8, send on E8, E4, E6, and now send on E5. And here the go ahead on the center base with nobody out. That's a ground ball. Runner will get over. Going to his right is Bodie, 1 down with the go ahead and moves at the third base with only 1 away. So now the infield should be in here for the Cubs. And the infield is in for the Cubs. Here we go. No move for the new reliever. That's a liner. Caught by Bias. 2 down, and the runner at third stays where he is. And here comes Will Smith, 0 for 2, the sacrifice fly and RBI. Energy of Jeffers is in the yellow. 1-1 count. That's a ground ball to Bias. Charging. Sets his feet. Throws in and over. And the Dodgers strand the go ahead at third base. With the 8, the score remains the Cubs 4 and the Dodgers 4. Here we go. Here comes David Bodie. 1-1 count. That's a pop-up on the infield. Under his lutz. And he makes the catch. 1 down here in the 9th. Sorry about that. My goodness. And here comes the pitcher spot. And they're on Brennan. Jason Hitness will pinch hit for Jerry Jeffers. Here we go. 1-0 count. That's a foul ball. They didn't start because there's a lefty. Doesn't start when there's lefties. David Bodie starts when there's a lefty. That's another foul ball. This is just a good battle here. I mean, despite the Cubs being 4 errors in the day, they're still in the day. That's a ground ball pass to the pitcher, and the pitcher is retired 2 down in the 9th. But here comes Bryant, who, I mean, there's been 4 errors in the game for the Cubs, only 1 for the Dodgers. Energy of Trident, right? Yeah, energy of Blake Trident in the yellow. 1 more out in the 9th. That's a ground ball pass to pitcher right the left beyond center base mound. Low throw and pitch by Muncy. 1-2-3-0 top of the Dodgers to win game 1 by scoring 1 run in the bottom of 9. Middle of 9, the score is 4-4. Here we go. Here comes Dan Winther trying to get this game in the extra innings. 1 appearance in the postseason. 1 for 1 on saves. I believe 1 innings pitched. 1,000 averages run at batters and no averages left in at batters. He got the save in game 2. Yeah, I got the save in game 2 of. Yeah, I got the save in game 2 of the NLDS and Internationals at Nationals Park in Washington D.C., our nation's capital. Here's Gavin Lutz. That's a foul ball. Here we go. 1-2 count. That's a line drive. Feeling assured by Bias. Throw to first. 1 down. And they're gonna Chris Hill pinch it for Blake Trident. Here we go. Top of the order. Follow. No matter if he gets on or not. There's only 1 away. Here we go. 2-1 count. That's a ground ball, and the pinch hitter's on. Chris Taylor is a hit. And 75 feet at first base represents the win and run for Mookie Betts. Here we go. 1-1 count. That's a ground. That should be 2. That is a 4-6-3 double play, and we are doing the extra innings in game 1. End of 9. The score is 4-4. 2-3-4 do it for the Cubs in the top of the 10th. And here comes Baez is trying to keep this game tied heading into the bottom of the 10th. One appearance in the postseason, 1 innings pitched, no ER, no strikeouts, no walks, no averages to right batters, and no averages to left-handed batters. Here comes Anthony Rizzo. Here we go, 1 on count. That's a fly ball. Ball's retreating is Peterson, and he makes the 10th one down. Here comes Baez, 2 for 4 with a double single and score the first 2 runs for the Cubs. It's a line drive foul. 1-2 down. That's a round ball. That is a diamond stop by Lutz. Gone, and what a play by Delvin. Lutz at center base. The diamond run off base. 2 down. Here comes Schwarber. 3 for 4 with a double, 2 singles, and scored on the 3rd or 4th run for the Cubs. We did score a run. 1 on count. That's a foul ball. Here we go. 1-2 count. That's a fly ball. That ball is right. That ball is hit well. Retreating is Peterson. Lincoln is on catch about 5 feet shy of the warning track. 1-2-3 to Cubs. The Dodgers to win day 1 by scoring 1 run. Middle of 10 and scores 4-4. And here comes Max Muncy. No action in either bullpen. That's a liner. That will get down. Cut off by Schwarber. 50, and Muncy's at first base, and he represents the winning run. Here we go. You might maybe see a sacrifice. 1 on count. He's squaring early. It's a ground ball, and he's gonna take it himself. And the winner moves at the center base with 1 away. I assume that's a sacrifice. Yes, Snore's position is a sacrifice 3 unassisted. Here we go. Here's Bellinger with a winner run at center base and 1 away. 1 on count. That's a ground. That is up the middle base hit. Around third, the winning run. Throw home I have is way too late. And the throw home I Lutz, or the throw home I have is way too late. And the Dodgers win game 1. 5-4 over the Cubs in 10 innings. Into a 10th inning. Into a 10th inning walk-off single by Cody Bellinger. The game ends and the Dodgers win 5-4 over the Cubs in 10 innings. I think they were playing deep. I'm not sure why. And I don't know why it didn't charge it. He stopped and then fielded like didn't matter. I think they were playing deep, but why did he not charge it? I'm not sure. Here we go. Oh my goodness, what a game. What a game. Max Muncy is the top player of the game for game 1. That's Joe Tilley on the left and David Price on the right, who was stopped in his interview. So, well, I've seen before, like, I think not for me, but I think for like that was like 5 years ago or 4 years ago, where it's one player from your team, but it's a player from, and also one player from the other team that stops you. I've never seen that though. One time I seen that was on a YouTube video. It wasn't mine though. But that was a good game. Good game. The Dodgers take a 1-0 series lead. They win 5-4 over the Cubs here in 10 innings, and the Dodgers take a 1-0 series lead. And so the Dodgers take a 1-0 series lead after winning game 1, 5-4 over the Cubs in 10 innings. 4 runs on 11 hits, 4 errors for the Cubs. 5 runs on 13 hits, 1 error for the Dodgers. Now 1 error for the Dodgers was an E4 by Lutz. 4 errors by the Cubs. Single and E8, so basically error. E8, E4, error by E8, error by Ian Happ. E8, error by Ian Happ. E4, error by David Bodie. E6, error by Baez, and E5, error by Bryant. But it was a single E8, single E5, E4, and E6. So, I mean, between the two teams, there was 24 hits, 9 runs, 5 errors. Pedro Baez gets a win. He moves to 1-0 in the postseason. Dave Winter gets a loss. He falls to 0-1 in the postseason. No save, obviously. Top hitter for the Cubs, Charles Schwarber, threw 5 with a double, 2 singles, and a run scored. Top hitter for the Dodgers, Vance Muncy was the player of the game, 2 for 5 with a double, single, and a run scored. Obviously, Bellinger went 2 for 5 with 2 singles and an RBI. Obviously, a second single was a walk-off single in the bottom of the 10th. So, it was a walk-off single in the bottom of the 10th by Cody Bellinger. And then it was a walk-off single by Cody Bellinger in the bottom of the 10th, and the Dodgers won 5-4 over the Cubs in 10 innings. And the Dodgers still undefeated. My mom, I think, predicted 7-4, so she was at the 4 for the Cubs, and the 7 right for the. And the NLCS was for the LDS was that yellow? I'm not sure if it was yellow or not. I don't remember though. But yeah, Game 2 Saturday. Tomorrow will be Game 1 of the World Series in my Minnesota Twins custom franchise, and then there's that. And I think there should be 2 videos. Should be 2 videos on Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. I'm not sure after that because obviously MLB season starts on the 23rd, 14th, and then it starts on the 23rd for 4 teams and the 24th for 24 teams. So basically it starts a week from today. So then I'm not sure about Sunday. Then I was planning to do Jack Thornton on the show. Well, I didn't I was planning. There should be 2 videos on Sunday. I think it's Sunday. I'm thinking Sunday's gonna be hopefully. Hopefully Sunday will be a Star Force Roller show and Jack Thornton Roller show. Star Force obviously 1 home run away from 300 for a home run. Then Jack Thornton will be opening day 2020. Yeah, opening day 2021 for Jack Thornton on Sunday, and then Star Force Roller show on Sunday as well. I'm not sure what order it's gonna be. I'm thinking Star Forcers. I'm probably gonna film that Friday, and then usually the first video say on Sunday. I usually film Saturday night, and then the second video on Sunday I film Sunday. So yeah, no video today, or obviously this video, but yeah, tomorrow Game 1 of the World Series on Minnesota Twins Wrestling franchise, and then Saturday obviously Game 2 of this series, and then Sunday should be Star Force Roller Show and Jack Thornton Roller Show. Remember Jack Thornton opening day 2020 for Star Forcer? Well, it's because he's 1 home run away from 300 career home runs. Yeah, and it's about late August too. I think like August 25th or something. It's late August. It's like in the last week of August. Okay, so I'm going to close the no board gets episode delay button. Subscribe if you have any entire mom, dad, or okay, that's how I'm closing. No, actually, I'm gonna show you something before. That's the person. She was laying right here the entire game. Good job, Tori. Good job, Tori. She was laying there basically for the entire game, so. Yeah. Okay, that's how she was laying there for the entire game. Well, she was on the couch over, like, if you look at my setup tour video, which I posted last 4th of July in 2019, which, we did have, it's set up now, basically nothing changed. But she was in that couch, and then she ended up going on my couch, obviously, right before the first clip ended. So, yeah. She was laying right by the table where the tripod is for the entire game. Okay, so I'm going to close the no board gets episode delay button. Okay, guys, I'm going to close the no board gets episode delay button. Subscribe if you have yet. Tell your mom, dad, grandpa, aunt, uncles, pets, and friends about these videos. And you know. Oh yeah. Sorry. Vinny J. I haven't been posting on that if you're wondering. I'm thinking I might be doing like some. Obviously, I'm going to Minnesota soon. I'm not sure if I'm gonna do a vlog. There's no Twins today. They're playing, but there's no fans. I think we might be fishing for like one day. It won't be somewhere where we stay like there for 2 nights or 3 nights. It'll probably just be one day where we leave in the morning and then come back in the evening. And I'm not sure if I'll do any bit. I mean, I did that. Obviously, I had the last one and Nature and Lizard. I'm not sure what I was gonna do though. Maybe I don't know. Like, used to be vlog, but obviously not really anything to vlog. But you never know. I could vlog the act, or I could make video. I don't know. I made a video out like, making something or how to do something. I don't know. Oh, there's someone closing the board. Sorry, I'm messing up, but this is actually for real. This is actually closing right now. Oh, there's someone closing the board. If you got this episode, the like button. Subscribe if you haven't yet. Subscribe if you haven't yet. And tell your mom, dad, grandpa, aunts, uncles, pets, friends about these videos. And you know, I'm gonna see an episode number 28 of it. And you know, I'm gonna see an episode number 28. And you know, I'm gonna see an episode number 28 of its own with the show 20 postseason series. See you in episode number 28. And eat a lot of bacon.